Hello Wastelanders, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, thanks for watching, and if you are returning to the channel, welcome back. So today we're finishing up the lead farming video that we started last time, and the first place we're going to be going is the Charleston Fire Department. And if you hang on to the end of the video, I'll have some bonus places where you can pick up some random lead. It adds up, so hang in there, we're going farming again. So we're going to start today's video by talking about something I meant to say last time. We visited the Bravo silo last time, and the one thing that I wanted to mention that I forgot to say was that all the silos are set up the exact same way. All the lead is in the same place, and the turrets are in the same place. The robots are random, of course. So not only going through Charlie and Alpha silo would be redundant, it would be a waste of video time, and it would be a waste of your time. You've already seen how to get through them. So we're going to begin this journey today at the Charleston Fire Department, where you pick up the fire breather quests in the game. Now this is one of the best places to get lead in the game, but it's also one that almost everybody knows about, so you may have to server hop a couple times before you find the lead here, or if you have Fallout first, just go to your private server. It'll be a lot easier. So we're going to start by coming through the front door. On the desk up front there will be some telephones, that's some circuitry and some copper. Good stuff to pick up if it's here. Also there's a hot plate on this back table right before you go through the door. That's good random junk. So you go through this door and turn right. There's a big hole in the wall, and as you come through you'll see the weights laying on the ground. Now there's a lot of weights in here. Make sure that you pay attention to the floor to pick up the flat plates that are on the floor. And also the bar that's on this skeleton on the bench is laying across his chest, but one of the plates is loose. So grab the loose plate and then grab the bar, and then don't forget the dumbbells next to the door. And when you pick everything up, you'll be able to go through this door and down the hallway. And once you're out here, you can turn right and there will be a lot more junk in the little room where the benches are. So take your time, look at everything, pick up what you can, and make sure that you have everything out of the room before you scrap. So once you get everything collected, you go to the bench, and as you can see, we ended up with 84 lead this time. And the next place that we're going to be going is called the Sludge Works. It's in the south part of the ash heap, and it's a Blood Eagles camp, so you're going to have to clear it out a little bit, but once you get it cleared out, you'll be able to grab the lead next to the Tinker's bench inside. So hang in there, we're going to clear this out with another montage, and when we're done, we'll scrap down and see what we got. So we're going to be picking up these weights and going straight to the Tinker's bench with it. Make sure that you look down and get all the little plates and the dumbbells and everything. There's quite a bit here. Then you go over to the Tinker's bench, and when we craft this down, we're going to have a total of 51 lead for this round. Now normally I would leave the Sludge Works and go straight to Site Charlie, the nuclear silo. But since we've already covered that in a previous video, we're going to skip that this time, and we're going straight to the Monorail Elevator. Now when you load into the Monorail Elevator, you're going to be in between the two actual elevators. We're going to run up to the first part of the building and get on the elevator, go to the third floor. The third floor is where the monorail is that you're going to have to go through to get to where the lead is at. So we're going to speed this video up just a little bit so we can get through all the boring part and get to where the lead is at. So when we get to the end, you'll notice that there are little stacks of concrete bags, sandbags, and weights that are holding these boards down to keep you from falling to the ground. So pick up the concrete bags and the lead weights, and we're going to jump down to the ground. We're using our power armor because it's faster than taking the elevator, and then we'll scrap when we get down there. So once we get out of our armor and put it away, we're going to step over to the scrap box, and you'll see that for this area we got a total of 80 lead. Now the next area that we're going to be going to is going to be the Lucky Hole Mine. Now going through the Lucky Hole Mine is a long run, so I cut out a big portion of what I actually recorded for this. There are so many nodes in here that you need to go around most of the entire mine to find them all. I'm going to show you what they look like so you know what you're looking for, but make sure to take the time to look inside mine carts, behind little bushes and stuff. They're hidden everywhere. There is a lot of lead in the Lucky Hole Mine, and the reason you're wearing excavator armor is because you get an extra pull of lead every time that you harvest it. You'll end up with 4 times the lead that you normally would if you just went in by yourself and harvested it by hand. So we're going to speed up a little bit and get through the rest of this video, and then I'm going to break it down and show you what it looks like at the end. Okay, so this is what the nodes look like. They're white with little black dots on them. There are several of them everywhere in the mine. You really need to look inside and around and on top of and even on the ceiling. They're just everywhere. Now, I showed you these so that you would know what they look like, but to go through this mine and pick up every piece of lead and have it on camera would be at least like 20 minutes. So we're not going to do that today. We're going to save you some time, but in the end, whenever you get down to finishing out this mine, you're going to have, after smelting, somewhere around 1,000 lead scrap. That being said, this is the best place to get lead from. The other thing you need to remember is you're going to need acid to smelt this down. The best place in game to get acid is from the Hemlock Holes Maintenance Workshop. There's 3 acid pools there, and you can set up resources on each one of them and farm it that way. You just got to keep jumping back to the workshop every once in a while to pick up your acid. It averages about 30 acid every 30 minutes. So within a short period of time, you can have all the acid that you're going to need to smelt down your lead ore. Also, like I said earlier, you're going to need to set your perk cards so that when you do smelt your lead down, you make the most of it. Initially, you're going to make sure that you have Chemist on. Chemist will give you extra lead every time that you smelt. You're also going to have Super Duper on. Super Duper, you need to have it at least 3. So that when you do smelt, you have the chance of getting an extra one made every time. So after we did all the smelting down of these, the final count was 1,150 lead. So as you can see, this is the best place to farm. So that's it for my regular farming route. But for those of you who stuck around to the end, I told you I would give you a couple spots for a bonus. Now, any place on the map that has can chimes, such as Camden Park, the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort, and Sunny Top Ski Lanes, those can chimes each scrap out to about 9 lead apiece, so it's worth your while to stop and pick them up if you see them. Now the other thing you got to worry about when you're collecting these can chimes is if there's any enemies in the area. Collecting these can chimes will alert them that you were there. So it would be better to go around and kill all the enemies off first, then go back and collect the cans. That will prevent you from being shot while you're trying to collect them. And as you can see, we picked up 2 strings of 9 cans and we got 18 lead. So for each can that you have, that's a piece of lead. The 3 places that I mentioned aren't the only places on the map that have can chimes. There are other places on the map that have them, but these are the first 3 that popped to my mind. Well, Wastelanders, we made it to the end of another video. So if you enjoyed my content, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and click that notifications bell so that the next time I put out another video, you'll get word and you'll be able to enjoy that too. Thanks for stopping by, and if you missed our first video, at the end of this one there'll be a link back to it so that you can watch that one and get the first 3 or 4 places that we had. Thanks, and we'll see you in the wasteland. Bye!